Good morning, YouTube. So, pretty much, I decided to talk about today, what it's like to actually own a car. It's very pleasant at times. Most of the time, it is very pleasant to own. A lot of times, it's not. Owning a car, generally, when you're like a teenager, it's so much fun, Hey, I own a car. I can drive myself places. I don't have to worry about anything. Yeah, then it's fun. A lot of times, it's not. Sorry, I look like crap. I know I just woke up, so, you have to deal with it. I love working on cars and stuff, and it's a big hobby of mine, but the thing is, when you own a car and you work on one, there's a lot of expenses. One of the expenses is insurance. You gotta pay a monthly fee. Generally, there's a couple ways you can do it. You could pay it by monthly, you could pay it by biannually, or you could pay it annually, which means you pay it biannually means you pay it for 6 months. You pay the fee for 6 months total. You don't have to worry about it then. And then after that, once that 6 months is up, you pay for another 6 months after that. You can do that, or you can pay it annually, where you only pay it once a year, and then the next year you just pay for a whole year after that. I generally do the 6 months and then pay the 6 months after that. Now, there's another thing you have to pay for. One is gas. There's your gas payment, how much gas the thing costs, to drive it. You gotta pay the gas bill for it, because you gotta fill it up. There's one way. There's only one way you can drive, and that's through gas. Then you gotta pay for all the oil changes. You gotta pay for all the maintenance to make sure it's running correctly, and making sure that you have no issues with it. There's all that. I know I have my brakes coming out, and I already have the brakes. I just gotta make sure I gotta change them. But here's another thing that's coming up on my end. My struts are going out, so that's an expensive repair. That's what happens when you drive a car that has over 100,000 miles. You gotta replace all the parts that were brand new. You don't just do oil changes anymore. You gotta do part changes. You gotta do a clutch change. You gotta change up your suspension. Because all that stuff wears out. You gotta change your timing belt. Obviously you gotta change your brakes too, but you gotta change a lot more than just your brakes and the oil when you have a car that goes over 100k miles. So it all plays out. I just wanted to tell you guys what it's like to actually own a car. There is ups and downs. Generally, you can figure out the downs. Most people forget about the downs, but they only think about the plus side of it. When you gotta actually know how to drive the car too, as well. So, if you guys like my video, please like it, rate it, and subscribe. And I will see you in the next one. Later, peace.